record, and I'm going to share my screen. Oh, Gianna is whining. You better stop.
That's okay. You'll probably hear like Uno or baby sniffling on our end too.
You present. Okay.
Right. Okay, everybody. So today we're going to talk about, last week we covered, social media, not social media, Success Club and whatnot. This week we're going to cover social media, inviting, power hour, and the non-negotiable in Success Club. So today, what I wanted to talk to everybody about is using your page as your business page. We've talked about a little bit about this before, and how we were going to, take each other's page and critique that if everybody was okay with it. So what I want to talk about is when you are inviting, it can be scary. I know I deal with it too. It's normal. But if you're using your page as a business and within the last 5 posts, you have something relating you to your business, health and fitness, clean eating, then that's gonna keep you, like you're legit. Like they're gonna look at your page and be like, okay, this girl is just not trying to sell me something, because we're not salesmen. We're here to share what we're doing. And ultimately that's how I became a coach. I was excited. I was at a rough patch in my life. I was going through a divorce. Well, at that time I wasn't when I started the program, but I started seeing results from Saline Extreme and Shakeology, and I started posting it on Facebook, and people started coming to me, asking me what I'm doing, telling me, oh my God, you look better, and from there on, that's how my business started. So the interest was there. So where I'm going with this, within the last 5 posts, just make sure that you are relating your business to your page. You are talking to your niche market. So I feel like my niche market is moms and young women, that are into beauty and health and fitness. Yours may be something totally different. You might not be able to relate to moms. You might not have children. I feel like that's mainly who I connect with. Inviting, I feel like the invitation process can hold you back. I remember whenever I went to Summit, and it was really exciting, and there was a lot of energy. People were seeing me, and they were seeing us going to these live workouts. They were all excited about what we were doing, and we were the ones, out of the local coaches that were taking that initiative to further our business and go to Nashville. And, you're building that momentum. So whenever you're inviting, people are seeing all of this. So what I think that is very important that you guys need to do is make sure that you are doing your invites, because if you're not, it's going to hold you back. You're going to get more traction on your posts. Like if you're averaging 2 to 3 likes on your post, you need to build your audience more. That's where it comes into adding more friends, and we're going to get into that soon. Also on your page, make sure that you're commenting, you're having interaction with your posts and with other people's posts also. Go and reconnect with somebody that you haven't talked to in, a month, 2 months, a year, 2 years, whatever the case may be. Somebody that just had a baby, somebody that just got married, somebody that just got a new puppy. Just go show them a little bit of love and tell them, hey, I just saw that you got a new puppy. My family, we're looking to get a dog. Do you think that this is a good fit for your family? Is this dog good with kids? Whatever the case may be, just interact with that person and create that relationship. Also, Last but not least on this one, post with confidence. Yesterday, Heather and Catherine both had really, really, really good posts. Very, very uplifting and inspiring, and they were talking with confidence, and that's exactly what I mean when I say post with confidence, because you don't want somebody to look at your posts and think that you're not confident in what you're doing, because they're not going to trust you. They're not going to follow you. But once you do get their attention and they know that you're the real deal, they're going to follow you. They're going to come to you for information. They're going to come to you and ask you, hey, what are you eating? Hey, what are you doing? Your results look amazing, so on and so forth. So just make sure that whatever that you're doing on your page, that all of this is there, you know. And sometimes life gets in the way. I've told you last week I'm moving, and my posts have not been where they usually are. It's been hard for me to get in my 2 to 5 posts per day, and so on, but I am on the mend and I'm making a comeback. So Ashley, do you have anything to add to this?
No, I pretty much think you touched everything. I agree with you completely about when you're constantly, or I should just say consistently, posting on your social media page, Facebook, Instagram, whatever, you get a little bit more comfortable with writing, because then in your mind, you know that you're doing something to let people see that you're serious about helping others and you're serious about creating a business for yourself. Because I know for me, like if I go without posting about my journey and then I'm inviting someone, I kind of feel like a little iffy with that invite. You know what I mean? Like I don't feel completely confident. But if I'm constantly either sharing something about coaching, or if I'm sharing something about my workout or my nutrition or my results, I feel a little bit more comfortable shooting that person a private message. So go to the next slide.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so this one is about the adding the friends, personal development, inviting. Last week we talked a little bit about adding 3 to 5 friends a day. Guys, this is so important. The reason why, I'm looking at some of you guys' pages and you've only got maybe 200 or so friends. And this is when that whole cold market, warm market thing comes into play. You got to figure you're speaking to maybe 200 people right now. Okay, so these same 200 people are seeing your posts, seeing your pictures, your progress, and everything else. You want to add 3 to 5 new people every day. You figure that is, if you're doing this every day, 7 days a week, that's at least 21 new friends a week. Times that by 4, that's at least 80 friends a month. Okay, so you're increasing your market by 80 people a month. Okay, and you figure you're probably only going to reach 10% of them. So if you're reaching 10% of 200 friends, that's 2 people. That's not a lot. So it's very important to add 3 to 5 new friends a day. And what I usually do whenever I add somebody, that first of all, I only add them if we have tons of mutual friends in common. It's not somebody that I only have one mutual friend in common with. And the way that I go about it is, hey girl, just wanted to reach out to you. I noticed that we had 75 friends in common. So I figured we may need to be friends on Facebook, whatever the case may be. Just send them a, hey girl, just wanted to say hi. Notice we had a lot of mutual friends. Okay. Make it known that you're adding her and she's seeing who you are. So she's probably going to go to your page and see, like, who's this Brittany Eddy girl? Like, she wants to see who I am, who our mutual friends are, so on and so forth. And for me, I know that I'll go back in my messages. Whenever somebody reaches out to me, I'll look back and I'll be like, dang, I added her like 2 years ago and she's finally coming around to me, messaging me, asking me what this Shakeology thing is all about, or whatever the case is, if I haven't already reached out to her or invited her. And number 2, track your progress. I want you guys to start tracking, like, okay, so maybe get a pen and paper notebook or a binder or whatever works for you guys. but start tracking this. If you have one of the daily trackers, Catherine sent a lot of things over to Office Max yesterday to get laminated. Ashley had sent me some stuff also.
So excited.
That is going to be a game changer. When you get organized and you start tracking things, that is where the magic happens. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start a page in my binder, and I'm going to put contacts, people that I've connected with. I watched a YouTube video last night, and I posted on our team page about this new coach 4 months in, and she's already 2-star diamond. And her system for her organization was awesome. She wrote down the people that she was connecting with, and she would write next to it, FU, for follow-up, if she had followed up with them. Once she followed up, I don't really know exactly everything that she was doing, but she crossed them off with a highlighter. You know, her organization was on point. So her tracking really kept her accountable. I think that in this business, whenever we're new coaches, we kind of feel like we don't really have anything to track. I remember whenever I just started out, I wasn't sure, like my power hour, I was like, a power hour, like I only need 10 minutes. Like I'm going to whip right through this. Not really. Like if you really want to be successful, take that hour. And you know, some of you guys might be working moms, whatever the case may be, you might not have a full hour. Break it up. Do 10 minutes here, 20 minutes here. Take your lunch break at work. Don't eat. Do your work. Whatever sacrifice you have to do to get this done, do it. It might be giving up your favorite TV show. It might be when your kids are taking a nap. It might be, you know, an hour in the evening that you're taking away from your husband. Whatever the case may be, you have to start somewhere. And I know that there's going to be this guilty feeling that you have, because I've had it before, like, oh, you know, I'm taking away this time from my family to do this work. But you have to do things in the beginning that you're not going to have to do eventually in the end. You know, you're living the life right now. You're doing things right now to live the life that other people won't be able to live, you know? So it's a sacrifice, but once you get organized and you can do your power hour with no notifications on your Facebook, your cell phone turned off, just really dialing in and focusing on what you need to do. After that hour or so is done, you have the rest of the day. I don't know about you guys, but I've turned off my messages on Facebook. So throughout the day, I'm not like every 5 minutes checking like who's messaging me, you know, like keep that for your power hour. Next on the list, personal development. I have just started reading The Compound Effect, and I will tell you, I'm not a reader. So this has really held me back for a long time. Ask Ashley. I've told her this before, like, I'm not a reader. She's like, what book are you reading? I'm like, I'm not reading a book. So she's told me, you know, do an audiobook. Well, I tried the audiobook and it wasn't for me either. But I found that this book is catching my attention, you know, like not only is it talking to me about things in business, but like things in life that I'm going through too. So it's helping me in more than one area, and I'm excited about it. So the first day that I started reading it, I got through 100 pages like that. It was crazy. And I was doing on my phone. So for anybody that has an iPhone, just go to the App Store or iBooks, whichever one it was. I don't know which one it was. Ashley, where do you go for iTunes or iBooks?
I don't know for the iBooks. Like for
I don't remember which one I downloaded on, whether it was the App Store or the iBooks, but either way, it's cool. It goes right to your phone, and you don't have to carry around an extra book or leave it anywhere, because I'm sure you guys all have your phone next to you at all times like I do.
Yeah, and I know you can use Kindle too.
You can use what?
Kindle?
Okay, yeah. Well, I mean, Catherine has a tablet, and she downloads books on there too. So even if you don't have an Apple device, I'm sure the Google store has books too. Last but not least on here is the invite. Like you're seeing this again because it's super important. You know, like you're building your network, adding 3 to 5 friends a day. And at some point, you know, the people that you already see, they're going to get not necessarily tired of seeing it. I'm sure you're going to have some followers, but you'll probably have other coaches that are friends too. So trust me when I say add the new friends and invite. So I think that maybe next week we'll we'll share our invitation tracker and maybe get you guys to start using that and hold you accountable. What do you think? Yeah? No?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
I'm bad about inviting and adding people.
It'll help me too.
And I need the accountability.
Yeah.
Okay.
Next slide.
Okay, Success Club again. I know we talked about this last week, but it's so important. This really should not be optional in your business. Like, I know that, you know, it's not a mandatory thing for Success Club, but here's the thing. Like, if you're here to work this as a business, like, this is something that's going to further your business. Like, I don't know why we're not hitting it monthly if we're doing everything we should, if we're inviting, if we're being proof that the product works, if we're doing our personal development reading, and sharing our journey on Facebook or social media, your like page, your Instagram, whatever the case may be. Make sure that you're a club member, because if you're not and you're hitting Success Club 5 or 10, you're not going to be getting the leads. And this has happened to me before. Even an example, I had canceled my HD Shakeology order because at one time I wasn't organized in my business and I did not use my business income to cover my Shakeology. I used the money just for whatever. And once I stopped doing that and I used the money that I made from Beachbody strictly for replacing my Shakeology and buying incentives, you know, to give to my team or to my challengers, it really did change. And then I could afford to have my Shakeology every month and pay the club membership. It's quarterly. It's $30-something every quarter, and that equals out to like $2.99 a week. So if you're not a club member, make sure that you are. You're going to get leads from Beachbody. So leads come from Amazon, Sears, and I'm not sure if they come from beachbody.com or not, but either way, there's other avenues to get Shakeology and Beachbody products. And it doesn't really benefit us, but it does in the way of leads. So make sure that you are a club member. And that's all I got for right now.
And you'll also get leads from the infomercials too, that I'm sure a lot of you guys see.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm just going to talk about fitting in your power hour. So on here I have Fitting in Your Power Hour, and I have Eat That Frog. Eat That Frog is a book. I forget who it's by. I think it might be by Darren Hardy. I forget. I'm not sure. But in that book, they talk about, so you have a to-do list, and you have the one thing that is like the hardest thing for you to do, and it's the biggest thing that you have to complete for the day. Most of the time, our brains would go into this mode where, all right, we're going to cross everything else off the list, all the little things that are super easy, and then we'll do the big thing later. But in this book, they talk about doing that big thing first, getting it over with, the thing that we don't want to do. So for most of us, it's inviting. Because I know when I first started as a coach, I would add those 3 to 5 people a day first. I would plan out my posts first. You know, I would read my personal development. I would keep inviting last. And then I found out that when the time came and I would look at my tracker, I didn't invite. So it talks about doing that one thing you don't want to do, that biggest thing that you have to get done, just doing that first. And I know a lot of us, even though some of us are stay-at-home moms, a lot of us are working, and being a stay-at-home mom, it's really not that easy. I mean, I'm home from work now most of the time, taking care of her every 2 hours. You know, it's time-consuming. Making sure the house is clean is time-consuming. Keeping track of the dogs is time-consuming. So it's kind of hard if we're not organized. And all honesty, I feel a little bit better when I sit down to do my power hour, and I'm doing it in little time slots. Like, it's hard for me. I don't know if I have ADD or what, but like if I need to sit down for a full hour and just work my business, I can't do it. Sometimes I'll do like a half hour, I'll take a break, and then I'll do another half hour. For those of you guys that have super busy schedules, try doing it into 15-minute intervals. So I know we touched on that a little bit last week, but you could do your invites, your private messages. You could plan out your posts. You could respond and comment, like, add your friends, and do your personal development all within like little breaks. You don't have to have that full hour blocked out if you absolutely cannot do it. So you should be using your downtime wisely. So an example would be for personal development. If you're in the car, you're driving somewhere, use that drive time to go ahead and listen to your personal development. For me, if I'm not leaving the house that day and I'm cleaning, or if I'm feeding the baby or whatever, I put on my personal development. Sometimes I'll put it on while I'm making breakfast or folding laundry. And then I'll stop and I'll just jot down something that really sticks out to me. Your challenge groups and your training groups. For me, when I first started coaching too, I would spend a lot of time in my challenge groups. If my phone went off and I knew somebody like commented, I'm like, okay, I'm their coach. I have to respond like right away. And if they reply back to my response, I have to respond again immediately. No, you guys don't have to do that. Even in your training groups, you guys could have a set time where you want to pop in and you want to pop out. You want to get in and get out of your challenge groups, because those things aren't necessarily going to keep building your business. You already have the people in your challenge groups that got you to Success Club, that got you a commission, that you're helping out. You already have them. You're already in a training group that's going to help you. So the things that are going to build your business are your posts, you're adding your friends, and your invites. So that's where you want to focus your time on. Your challenge groups, you still want to spend time in there, but you don't want to spend all day. Go once in the evening if you want, once in the morning, whatever your schedule is, but get in and get out. You don't have to be there every beck and call of your challengers. Even in your inbox, I like to check my inbox in the morning, once in the morning, once in the afternoon, and once in the evening. Because I feel like lately now, like with my posts and stuff, I'm having more people messaging me than I used to. So instead of checking it twice a day, I check it 3 times a day. But I still try to get in and get out. I don't try to spend all day in my inbox, because before you know it, you're like, oh my God, the day went by. What did I get done? I didn't even do anything. So a good thing to utilize in your message app is your voice messages. You just hold down that button, you speak to text. I'll just say, hey, I hope I don't sound kind of creepy or anything, but I'm doing this right now. I just wanted to get back to you. And you answer the person's question. Or you just let them know, hey, like, I hope you don't mind speaking to this. I feel a little bit more comfortable. And then, people realize that you're like a real person on the other end, that you're not like copy and pasting anything, and you're kind of building a more connection. It's kind of like things will go smoother and you have more of an outcome. You have more of a chance to pretty much like close a deal if you get on the phone with somebody. Me personally, I don't like getting on the phone with people. I prefer messaging. That's just me. So shooting them a voice message makes things a little bit quicker. You're not a slave to typing on your phone or your laptop or computer all the time. So for your messages, you pretty much want to give yourself like 10 to 15 minutes. One thing about this business when you're a coach is we tend to overcomplicate things. I still tend to do it, but I learned from my mistakes. And it's simple. This business is simple to do, but it's simple not to do. So I heard from Top Coach the other day, Brittany Leggett. She tells her new coaches, throw everything you learn out the window and focus on helping 3 to 5 new people. That 3 to 5 new people that you help, that will have you hit Success Club. So just focus on that. But we want you to focus on helping those people. We need you to complete your power hour, and you guys got to track it. We have to track it, because if we don't, we have no idea what's going on in our business. When I didn't track, I would use my messenger, like my inbox as my tracker. I would like scroll through and be like, okay, I need to follow up with that person didn't write me back. And it was just a mess, and I was unorganized. And then I would say, oh my God, there's like 5 other people I never followed up with. Like if one of those 5 other people bought a challenge pack, I could have hit Success Club, or who knows, like I could have had another coach on my team. You never know. So you want to track it, and you don't want to track it to necessarily be perfect. You want to track it to see the areas that you're strong in, and then to see the areas that you need help with and that you're, maybe struggling with. And that's where Brittany and I come in, and we can help you. We could give you guys some tips, or we could give you resources that we've used that help us. The basics are your best friend. So pretty much what Brittany said, you want to focus on inviting, adding your friends, and just focus on the basics. And, just really taking this into your own hands. This is your business. So we want you guys to make this your own. We want you to follow our lead, but we want you to be yourselves. We want you to put your own spin onto your brand. What works for Brittany and I might not work for you guys. So that's where, picking out a tracker that you like, that fits your schedule, that you feel like you could learn from comes in, because sometimes the tracker I'm using, Brittany might not like, or the tracker Brittany's using, I might not like. And the same thing for you guys. It's all about preference. It's just kind of like a workout. You might try this one workout and you kind of hate it, and then you try another workout and you found your soul workout. So you guys just have to, this business is trial and error. You got to see what works for you. Same with inviting. You might have this one little invite intro that you send out to people, and you're noticing it's not really getting you anywhere. And then when you just kind of twist the words and play around with it, people will respond to you more, and they'll get the conversation going. So that's pretty much what I have. Let me exit my full screen. Oh, and then there's one other thing. I want to talk about the beauty of this business, because I feel like some of you guys are overcomplicating things and you're getting overwhelmed. And I can get overwhelmed very easily. I know a lot of us can. But the thing is that being overwhelmed is a choice. Amy Silverman, she was a number 2 coach. She was a number 2 coach in Beachbody, and she actually banned the word overwhelm from her team page. She said, if you use that word overwhelm, you're out. She don't want to hear it. I'm not going to go there, because even though we don't want to hear the word overwhelm, if you're underwhelmed, you might not be doing enough. So it's okay, but just know you have control of that feeling. You don't always have to feel that way. You just got to break things down, go back to the basics, and take it one step and one day at a time, and that's it. So the beauty of this business, I have our own hours, okay? We can make our own hours. So this could be done part-time or full-time. It's up to you. I don't want anyone to feel like, okay, I'm not giving this my all, and I'm not working it every day or full-time. Shoot, if you guys want to do this part-time and you want to hit your power hour, do it two power hours 3 to 4 times a week. Do what works for you, and eventually you can get there. That's what I did when I was working full-time at the salon. I couldn't do it every day. It was impossible. So then that's when I started doing the 15-minute intervals, and then before you know it, I was consistent, and I dropped my hours down, and now I'm only there 1 day a week. It takes time, but it could be done. Everything in this business is easy to do, but it's easy not to do. Guys, that tracker is your Bible. It's your best friend. Fill it out. If you guys want to send it to us every week, even if it's empty, and even if you have a few checks some places, still send it to us, and we'll point you in the right direction. You guys have a team to support. We have a team to support us and help us when we need it. A lot of businesses don't have that. It's kind of go out there and you're on your own. Have fun. We have all the resources you guys need. So I think that's what kind of gets me when people are like, oh, I'm so overwhelmed and I don't know what to do, and it's just crazy, and I have this going on and that going on. Listen, that's life. We all do. Life is never going to slow down for us. But what we have is we have everything you guys need. We have trainings. If we don't have it, YouTube has it. The Coach Online Office has it. In our files section, we have so much valuable stuff, and Brittany and I are always sharing new things that we come across to share with you guys. We have challenge group documents that all you guys are going to do is copy and paste. We have clean eating documents that you can use. We have trainings that you can use. And once you guys build your own team, you guys can use those trainings for your team. We have everything to give to you. You guys just need to use it. And I think a big thing is you need to have a strong why. You got to go back and you got to dig deep into why you started coaching. No pageant why. And when I say pageant why, it's pretty much like, I love health and fitness and nutrition, and I want to help everybody get healthy and work out every day.
I love it.
Pageant why, no shit, that's what you want to do. But why?
That's that voice.
I love it.
Yes.
It just reminds me of a pageant. So, but you gotta think about why do you want to do it? And this helped me big time. When I was so frustrated, it was actually this time last year, I had a different success partner, and I was just guys, I was this close to quitting, and I could thank God that I didn't. I was just like, I don't want to do this anymore. I did. I felt overwhelmed. I wasn't hitting my goals at all. I wasn't hitting Success Club. I was inactive. I was inviting people to coaching. Nobody wanted to join me. I was getting turned down all the time. I sucked at posting. Like the things I was posting were so dumb and tacky. And, you know, I sat down and I wrote out my why, and I kept it in front of my planner, and I taped it onto my planner, and I sat down before I went to go do my power hour. I read my why every single day. So write out your why, and before you do your power hour, you guys got to read over your why, and you got to have belief in yourself, because if you don't have any belief in your business or in yourself, nobody is going to want to join you. Nobody's going to want to have you as their coach, because if you're not confident and you don't have belief in yourself, who's going to have belief in you to help them? Nobody. When I started seriously coaching again, 2 months later, actually 1 month later, I got diagnosed with cancer again. So I'm like, ooh, who's going to want me to be their coach? Like, I'm sick and I'm going to be going through radiation and my life's going to be crazy. I don't even know if I can do this. Let me tell you, I had like an aha moment. I'm like, you know what? This can be done. It's not impossible. I wrote out why I wanted to do this, why I thought I could still help people. And you turn your mess into your message, and you figure out why you can do it. Don't dwell on or don't think about why you can't do it. You got to think about why you can do this. And that was the month when I hit SC23, and I was getting like my highest paychecks those first 2 months. So because my why, I felt like was so strong, and I was like clockwork. I woke up and I read it every single day. So if you guys want to keep it in your planner or on your phone, that would probably be a good idea.
I was going to ask, who's Heather, you are Emerald, right?
Yeah.
How far away are you from Diamond?
Well, let's see. I need 6 now, because one of my coaches is now just a customer, which was...
They canceled?
Huh?
They canceled their coach membership?
Yeah.
Okay. What was their name?
Kim.
Was their last name Witzel?
Yeah.
That's why.
Okay. I got an email the other day, and I sent it to Ashley. I'm like, I don't know who this is. This is not one of my coaches.
Yeah, it was my coach, and she just basically did it to do the discount. And then she's still a customer, but she's doing those oils, and I'm assuming she's going to be trying to sell those, because that's what her cousin does. So okay. I think her husband kind of gave her like an ultimatum, either you do this or that.
Right.
So,
yeah. I got you. Okay. So have you ever written down like your left leg and your right leg and seen like where everybody's at and who's on which side? Have you done that before?
No.
Okay. So what I would like everybody to do is to write okay, let me make you a little diagram really quick.
I have one on there somewhere where me and you did it. I don't know if it's on that notebook or not.
I'm just going to write it on here.
Okay, I'm back.
Okay. Can you see that where it says me in the top?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And then it has a left and a right. Okay, so then you have your left leg and your right leg, okay?
Mm-hmm.
I'm really visual, and hold on. Drew. This is just an example, okay? Okay. So I just wrote 4 people on each side, okay?
Mm-hmm.
On the left, there's Mary, Drew, Carly, Kim. On the right, there's Erica, Bentley, Ashley, and Courtney, okay? I'm going to circle 2 of them, okay? The 2 of those 8 coaches are going to be Emerald, okay? When this happens, you're going to be Diamond.
Right.
That's it. That's
okay. It's that simple. When you look at this, it really puts everything into perspective, okay? I have 5 coaches that are inactive right now, so I need an Emerald on my left and I need one coach on my right to be diamond. Like that freaking close. Like, but your rank will drop. It's happened to Ashley. When you count on one person or two people to hold your rank, you cannot do it.
Right.
And it's happened to me before, and Ashley too. So that's why I'm telling you guys, it's super easy when you're looking at it this way. But whenever it's in your mind, you're like, oh, I'm far from diamond, you know, like I'm never going to reach that goal. Write it down and look at it every day and start thinking the people that you're connecting with, like, hey, Erica might want to be a discount coach. You know, if she buys a challenge pack, she ultimately just signs up for free. Yeah, in the future, she's paying $15. But hey, she would have been paying that anyway when she was buying Shakeology on HD. So really, it's no money extra spent. You know what I mean? So those people that are going to be drinking Shakeology long term, like you would be a fool not to offer them the discount program because it's not going to be any more extra. You know what I mean? Like that $15.95, you just might as well figure that into the price of it because yeah, you're only going to save $15 after that, you know, fee. But at the end of the day, it's no extra money. They're still saving. So why wouldn't they? I just wanted to point that little diagram out for you because
I didn't realize that's how it works. So I'm glad you did.
It's really easy when you look at it that way. Like the other day, Ashley's like, Brittany, how close are you to diamond? And I started thinking like, you know, shit, I don't know. And I look and I'm like, oh my God, like that freaking easy. Like I get discouraged when I go in the online office and I'm like, dang, there's 5 inactive coaches. Inactive could be they haven't ordered, nobody's ordered under them, they haven't paid their business fees. Like who knows what's going on.
Also,
and you know what? Like
sorry,
go ahead. No, it's fine.
I just wanted to say also, like, if you guys ever have like coaches underneath you that sign other coaches and then your personally sponsored coach ever quit, those coaches fall underneath you now. So if they were just there for the discount, they'll still have inactive too. Because I have 11 coaches inactive because I have like 3 from a coach that canceled. So they were just discounts. So they're just like hanging out there. You know what I mean? And then I have 2 from when I signed my mom as an Emerald. In June, I have 2 discount coaches under her. So don't, like Britt said, like don't get discouraged when you see that number, but it's important to always go down and check your drill down, your sponsorship drill down.
There's also, can you screen share, Ashley, when I walk them through this?
I could screen share my computer.
Okay, maybe I can do it on mine. Hold on. Screen share. Can you guys see anything yet?
Not yet.
No.
Can you see it now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Great.
We're going to take a field trip. There's a certain thing I want to show you that you might not use, and it's pretty helpful.
Okay, when it does that.
I don't see anything in your Zoom.
You're not seeing anything? Really?
Yeah.
Does anyone else see?
You don't see my screen?
No.
I see my screen, I think.
Do you see this?
You have, no.
Hold on. Hang on a second.
Okay, now it's up.
You see that?
Yeah, Team Beachbody.
Okay. All right. So usually you go to Coach Online Office when you want to see stuff. Have you guys ever been to the previous office view?
No.
No? Okay. This is really helpful for whenever I was just telling you about that little diagram for your left and your right leg. Go to genealogy and go to personally sponsored by leg. And this will tell you who's on what leg. Okay. It will tell you also who's got the highest rank achieved. So like Brittany Eddy, Emerald Coach. Like I use my husband's name, Micah Eddy, as my business. So Brittany Eddy is underneath of him as an Emerald Coach.
Wait,
Okay.
you have 2 emeralds. So, oh no, they're not.
But
Emeralds.
they're not, they're like lifetime. They're not,
Okay.
Brittany Eddy's not an Emerald right now. Okay. This does not mean that every coach is active right now, so just keep that in mind, okay? Then, after you, like what I do is I like to write down the left and the right on a piece of paper, okay? So I would write all these people down. Then I would go to personally sponsored report. Okay, this is going to show you who is active and who's not active. Okay, so Brittany Eddy is not active right now. I'm not keeping Brittany Eddy active right this second because I'm not shooting for any rank. So I will soon be adding 2 coaches to Brittany Eddy, and she'll become Emerald again and active, and we'll go from there. But I did this the other day, and it was like, whoa, I'm only 1 away from Diamond, you know, because I need 1 on my right and I need an Emerald on my left. So it just put everything into perspective, and this is how I did it. I went to this report right here, and it also shows the personal volume. So, you know, like let's see, Shay right here, she hasn't ordered Shakeology, so she's not active. Lori, no Shakeology, and she hasn't had it, you know, for a while. Then we see Drew over here. She's got for week 5 and the current week, or current week would be week 5, I guess. She's got her HD order going, you know, so this kind of just shows you a little bit of info. It also gives you your coach's phone numbers if you ever needed that. It gives you their coach ID. Sometimes you might need your coach's coach ID and you're like, where the heck do I find that? This is where. Does that make sense? Is that helpful for everybody?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the tree view genealogy, this I think breaks it down into like a little diagram. Okay, maybe not. Yeah. I mean, you have to sit here and like keep clicking this.
Yeah, that's annoying.
I don't really know. I've never used this thing for anything. But anyway, so that's all I wanted to show you guys. Ashley, do you have anything?
You basically said, you know, you always want to offer the discount membership because they could potentially get you to Emerald. When I was Emerald, I had Anthony and I had another coach who was just a discount coach. I didn't have anybody working the business, but I became Emerald. And if you guys are serious about making an income, if you're serious about getting residual income, it all starts when you hit Emerald. If you're not Emerald, you're not moving. And if you're not hitting Success Club, you're really not moving forward with your business. And if you're not hitting that, you're not doing your vital behaviors. Because if everybody's doing their vital behaviors, there is no doubt in my mind that you would have at least a few Success Club points on the board. I checked my online office yesterday, and Andrea Pittman's the only one that has a Success Club point. And she works 2 jobs. She travels.
Show me, can you show us how to find the Success Club points also?
Sure. Let me share my screen.
Okay, finish what you were saying. I wanted to hear. I just wanted to.
Okay, so can you see my screen?
Yeah.
All right. Gianna, be quiet. I'm going to Facebook so I'm so used to doing that. All right, so she's the only one that hits Success Club. You know, she's working 2 jobs. She's busy. She travels, and she's not posting that much on her social media. And I know if she was, she would have way more points, or she'd be making more connections. Okay, I'm signed in. I'm going to my coach online office. Okay, so I'm going to my business. I'm going to my downline, my sponsorship down, drill down. Okay, let me make this screen bigger for you. All right, so you want to go in, see, look, all these inactive coaches I have. Success Club points will be, where is it? Okay, current Success Club points right here. Andrea Pittman's the only one 1 point. Nobody else has Success Club. And that's, you know, you gotta you got to do your vital behaviors. You got to sit down and do your power. If you guys really want to see any sort of results in your business, and reach out to us.
I feel like you can share all day. You can share what you're doing. You can share your Shakeology. You can share your workout. You can share your selfies, your foods and everything, but if you're not inviting, you're not going to see any kind of, residual.
And for the most part, everybody completed their new coach training. You guys got it. You have the resources. It's just time to really get serious and apply them. Before 2016, I was hearing all these big goals and why you wanted to join as a coach. Now it's time to get serious. If you need our help, we will help you every step of the way, but we need you guys to match our efforts. If you want to walk with it, we'll walk with you. So if you want to do like a little part-time, we'll help you part-time. If you want to run, we'll run.
And that's the thing too, is like not everybody has the same goals. So let us know what your goals are, because you might not want to be an elite coach. You might not want to make money. You might just want to share what you're doing. I mean, and get the discount.
And eventually do it later on, like whatever. And that's completely okay. You don't need to have the same goals as everybody else. Because I work this full time and I am obsessed with it, doesn't mean you need to be. But if you are, I will give you all the resources you need. And so will Brittany, to become successful. But if you want to do it part-time, that's totally cool too. Like we could figure something out. We could sit down and get a game plan for you. And it shows us who's serious, who sends us their trackers, who's hitting Success Club, who's posting, who tell us they're inviting, who reaches out to us and says, hey, I'm talking to a person. You think I should mention this to them? Should I mention the discount membership to them? When should I send them my link? Like if you guys want to ask us questions, go ahead. That's who we know who to work with and really like who not to. We want to help everybody, but you guys it starts with you and you guys want to help yourself first. That's pretty much all I have for today. Do you want to add anything else, Britt?
No, that sounded good. I think that we covered everything. Anybody have questions?
And yeah, does anybody have any struggles they want to share or anything that's working for them?
Heather, whatever happened with that girl that was doing the Body by Vi last week and all that?
She actually stated that she stopped drinking that stuff. So she's supposed to talk to her husband and let me know if she was going to do it or not, because her husband was wanting to get into the workouts too. I'm supposed to call her today and see exactly what her deal is with it.
Okay, well, I was going to ask you when the follow-up happened.
I do have one question though. I have this girl that I've been talking with, and she's wanting to join my upcoming challenges and everything. And every time I text her or send her a message, hey, let's go ahead and set up a time to talk, she's like, okay, I'll call you at this time, and she never does. So then I'll send her another message the following day and be like, hey, I can call you at this time. Oh no, I'll just call you around this time.
Okay.
What the hell?
I have a perfect.
It's aggravating me.
I have a perfect scenario for that. Okay, because are you in the Let's Invite group?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, hold on. Let me get on there, because there was this one that I saw and it was like perfect for something like this. Hold on. Give me 2 seconds.
Okay.
Yeah,
I mean, it's just been really frustrating. I'm just like, if you don't want to do it, just tell me. Don't beat around the bush and like drag me on. That aggravates the crap out of me.
Yeah, we get that a lot too as coaches.
I'm like,
okay.
Time.
This one was one of the posts by Kelly. It says, it was like a follow-up message. It's like, I hope I can be blunt with you, but when we first talked, you told me about your daughter Laura and about her second birthday, and you wanted to be able to cover her part of presents. When asking for help from your family, when you told me that I got chills because I can't guarantee success, I can guarantee that if you keep in your mind and you work hard, that is more than possible. But when you stopped responding, I got really sad. So I don't know what to do, but I do know that if you ever give yourself a second chance, for sure, you will for sure never succeed and be always stuck with the wish I did cycle, which was what I was in for so many years. The sale is still going on and I cannot stop thinking about how amazing it would be. So let me know either way so I can finalize the numbers for this new coach training. Don't stop before you even start. She got a challenge pack today and signed up. Okay. So
Okay.
basically what happened was she kind of like, she went to that girl and she reminded her like, hey, you know, like you told me what your goals were. Did this girl tell you any of her goals or anything?
No, just that she wants to get back in shape, which she's already started, but she's not doing the
So
program.
what you need to do is you need to ask her, okay, so you told me that you really wanted to get into shape. Like, tell me some of your goals. Like, what are you eating? What are your goals? What's your current workout regimen? What are you drinking? Do you drink alcohol on a daily basis? Do you smoke? You know, things like this. Dig deep, ask her what her goals are, what she's currently doing. And then whenever she doesn't respond to you, then you can, or when she tells you all of this and then she doesn't respond to you, you can say, okay, so a week ago, or 2 days ago, you told me that these were your goals and that you were super serious. And now, you know, I'm reaching out to you and I'm giving you the effort and I'm trying to help you, you know, like get in there and really find out what she's wanting, because apparently she's not serious about it if she's like, she can't nail down 10 minutes to talk to you about it. You know?
Yeah, I mean,
So
it
don't get
might be a long conversation.
And a good thing to do too is like, you can also, when you guys are talking like via private message, you could ask them like, hey, like what worked for you in the past? Like what kind of workouts did you like? Because then you know like what you can refer them to. Like if they liked kickboxing, you could refer them to like Les Mis. If they lifted weights and they hate it, you're not going to refer them to 21 Day Fix or Hammer and Chisel. So that's a good thing to do too. And then that also comes into using the UFU form. So you think about using that, because in that form, it's required for them to kind of open up to you.
Right.
You have those questions there, so that'll save time on a lot of back and forth. What I like to do too is when I notice that people aren't responding to me, like I'll go to their page and I'll like and comment on some of their stuff. And if
that's a good idea.
If they posted something like 5 minutes ago, I'm like, oh, well, I comment. I know you're on, and then you see my message. I won't ever say that, but I'll comment about like what they just posted. And 9 times out of 10, they'll get back to me. And Barbara, I know once before you had someone that you sent the link to and they never ordered.
Yeah.
So what I like to do when this happened to me, I think it was Tuesday night or Monday night. Tuesday night, I was talking to someone. She's like, send me the link. I'm going to sign up. So I checked yesterday, my back online office. She never signed up. So what I did, I shot her a message. I said, hey, girl, what flavor Shakeology did you wind up picking out? I knew she didn't order. But she's like, hey, I'm going to actually order tonight. And I'm going to do chocolate. Okay. You know, so that's a good way of following up in like a non-salesy or like sticky, icky way. Like, because I even feel uncomfortable saying like, hey, I know you said you were going to get your order in and get your challenge pack and I don't see anything. Like, what's going on? I don't like doing that. I wouldn't like it if someone did that to me. So a good way to ask is like, hey, what flavor Shakeology did you wind up choosing?
I have something to ask you, Ashley. Okay, this is you guys learning time for coach to coach asking. Okay, so yesterday night I was at work and I was like, shit, I need to put a post up, and I could not think of anything, but I need TV service. Okay, I need to know whether Dish or DirecTV is better because we have no options. And it was like everybody was just like, you know, like going back and forth, like Dish, Direct. I'm like, okay, well, why? Like, can you guys tell me what makes it better? In the meantime, one of the girls that's ordered from me before, she writes me. She goes, hey, lady, I see that you're looking for TV service. The company that I'm partnered with offers both DirecTV and Dish. I would appreciate the service since I use you for my Beachbody buys. It's super simple. Just visit my website, and she sends me a link. Choose Florida as your state, then select television, and you can compare Dish and Direct. By going through us, you get the same deals, but every time you pay your bill, a meal is donated to a hungry child in your area through Feeding America. Let me know if you have any questions. Ordering my 3-day refresh tonight after my yoga class. So I looked at it, and I didn't respond back. So then she writes me again. And of course, you would be really helping me out. Just a few services from our next promotion. Okay, first of all, that's very salesy of her. Okay, I would never say to somebody, by the way, when you purchase from me, you're helping me. I'm about to be diamond. You know, like first of all, they don't know what diamond entails, and second of all, you know, like I would just never do that. So I said, can you explain this to me? I'm not sure what we're going to do for TV. We just moved and I'm not sure what's available besides the dish options. If cable is available, I would prefer it. Then she goes into it again and she's sending me all kinds of pictures and all kinds of stuff. So like, I haven't really responded to her because I don't know, like she put me off by her post. So that makes me think of like, whenever I send something to somebody and they don't respond to me, like, did I make them feel like that?
Yeah.
You know, like what would you say to her? Like, I have no idea what to even say to her.
I would just leave it there.
Sorry, not sorry.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, like I don't even know where to go with that. I'm just like, well, I prefer cable, you know, like how is she gonna know what TV service I get anyway, you know? Like it's not like she's gonna click on her back office and be like, oh, Brittany didn't order from me, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know. It was just a weird situation. So I was like, shit, what am I gonna do?
Yeah, that is weird. I don't know. I don't like that. And that's like, do you remember, Britt, when I was sending out my invites and I like really wasn't forming people that much? I'm like, hey, I don't know if you saw my fitness rants on Facebook or anything, but I'm opening up a challenge group. Let me know if you know anybody that would be interested. I would but I would send that when I was in desperate need of Success Club, and I do not recommend doing it off the bat. But I already knew the person. I've already talked to the person before, and I would like be constantly commenting back and forth on their posts, on their pictures or posts or whatever, like their statuses. And like we would have a conversation on their Facebook. And then I felt a little bit more comfortable to send that to them for a private message. I would never ever send that to somebody through a private message if I haven't ever talked to them before, because that is just, I wouldn't do that.
It's weird, yeah.
Yeah,
Put you in an awkward
spot.
spot.
Comfortable, and you just feel better when you're forming the person ahead of time. You guys just really focus on, you know, making connections, and that's pretty much it. You'll feel so much better when you're inviting if you have a connection with somebody.
I agree.
Barbara, do you want to add anything?
Well, I have a question. The girl who I was gonna buy and then backed out, I followed up with her like you told me to, like, this is how I felt in the beginning, you know, this is what I went through,
right.
You know, I'm here if you need anything. She read it and didn't respond. Should I follow up again, or like, do I let it go?
I would go to her Facebook, like if there's anything she recently posted, go ahead and like and comment. Mm-hmm. And when did you send that message?
I want to say it was last Thursday, right after we got out of our call.
I would definitely follow up like, hey girl, I know you might not be on Facebook as much as me. I just want to see if you got my last message. That's it. Okay. Keep it like short, sweet, simple, and to the point, you know? And that's what I would add. What would you say, Brett?
Definitely. I was going to ask the same thing you did. When was the last time that she talked to her? I know that like when people like or comment on my stuff, it's a notification that's going to go to their phone. So they're going to see it. They're going to see that you are following what they're doing. So write her name down on a piece of paper, like get a little notebook or something and write follow-ups and like people that have not responded back to you, and go and on their page and scroll down through their newsfeed and like their pictures. Let me tell you, this girl yesterday, I don't even know who she is. She liked like 10 of my pictures. So it said, Lacey liked your photo, commented on your photo. Like, I'm like, dang, this Lacey girl, who is she? You know, like you're right up in their face at that point. You don't even have to message them sometimes to get their attention, like Ashley's saying.
Yeah, you just want to, you know, you want to be seen, and that kind of goes along with us posting. You want to be seen. You want to know that you want them to know that you're serious, that you're dedicated, that you're committed, that you're not going anywhere. So pretty much it. I would follow up, like if it happens again, I would give it like 2 to 3 days to follow up with the person. Okay. You know,
Yep.
That gives them a little bit of time. You know they're on Facebook, so
yeah.
We're gonna go. Catherine's mother-in-law just got here, but you guys have a good day, and we'll chat with you.
So we're gonna end it, and I'll post a recording if you guys want to listen back on it or anything. Post it up on YouTube, and then I'll share the link in our page.
Okay.
Okay. Bye, guys.
Bye.